I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. It's actually an honor to represent our city, and more importantly, the men and women that work here. I appreciate everybody taking time out of their busy day to watch us honor the people that work here and work with us. Today we're here to honor distinguished officers and civilians for their leadership, heroic actions, notable achievements, and service to our community. I'm proud to represent the Galveston Police Department every single day, but today I have more than 50 reasons to do that. It's been a busy few years since Hurricane Ike, and we haven't always stopped to say, hey, outstanding job, or good work, to the people who truly deserve it. So today we're going to take a breather and show our officers and our supporters that we recognize and appreciate what they do.
The first life-saving award is given to Sergeant Larry Chambers. On the night of September 10, 2010, officers Gaspar and Rose were dispatched to Avenue G regarding a possible suicidal subject. Upon arrival, the officers were met by the reportee, who stated his wife had possibly hurt herself in the bathroom. He further reported that his gun safe was open and his Mini 14 Ranch rifle was missing from the safe. The officers relayed the information to the supervisor, Sergeant Larry Chambers. Sergeant Chambers directed them to stage outside the residence and await his arrival due to their potential encounter with an armed subject with a rifle. Minutes later, Sergeant Chambers arrived and took control of the scene. Together with Officers Waite, Gaspard, and Rose, they methodically cleared the house to the bathroom door. The door was secured. The team announced their presence with no response. Believing that the victim was in danger, Sergeant Chambers forced entry into the bathroom. He immediately observed a female lying in a bathtub with her nose and mouth submerged in water. The tub was approximately 1/3 full, and she was drowning. Sergeant Chambers removed her from the tub and summoned emergency medical help. Sergeant Larry Chambers' scene management and sound decisions undoubtedly led to saving the life of this young woman. Our first Medal of Valor is awarded to Officer Carl Lomax. Officer Lomax responded to a house fire at 1319 40th Street. Upon arrival, Officer Lomax encountered a chaotic scene with the front portion of the residence fully involved in the fire, and bystanders frantically pleading that 2 children were located inside. Officer Lomax chose not to wait for the fire department and entered the burning structure to search for the children. Unbeknownst to Officer Lomax, the children had escaped out the rear. Officer Lomax became trapped himself and laid on the floor, breathing through a towel until rescued by firemen. Officer Lomax's display of bravery and selfless dedication reflects highly upon the strongest traditions of valor in the Galveston Police Department. Next Medal of Valor is awarded to Officer Scott Pena. Officer Scott Pena responded as a backup officer to reports of a suicidal female at 15 Market. Arriving first, Officer Pena made contact with a female who was visibly distraught. While speaking with her, she attempted to distract Officer Pena by turning on the gas stove. In the seconds Officer Pena's attention was given to the stove, she picked up a kitchen knife in an apartment in an apparent attempt to injure either herself or him. Acting swiftly and calmly to the new threat, and after a brief struggle, Officer Pena pried the knife from the lady's hand. She was taken into custody without injury. Our final Medal of Valor today is awarded to Sergeant Matthew Maggiolino and Sergeant Destin Simmons. Galveston police officer dispatched to the area of 29th Street and Post Office in reference to a man with a gun call. Officer Sims approached the area and observed a male and female argument. Officer Sims observed the male was armed with a handgun and immediately drew his weapon and ordered the male to drop the gun. Officer Matthew Maggiolino approached the scene and took up a position next to Officer Sims and also began issuing verbal commands for the male to drop the gun. The female victim ran from the scene as the suspect was distracted by the officers. The suspect then raised the gun and attempted to point it at the officers. Both Officer Sims and Officer Maggiolino were forced to fire their service weapons to protect their lives and the lives of innocent citizens in the area. The suspect sustained 3 gunshot wounds. He was transported to John Seeley Hospital, where he survived his injuries.